On being a finalist.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It feels absolutely amazing. This year has been my final year at university, and it feels so amazing to be shortlisted, a finalist for this award in my final year of university. It feels like sort of quite a nice roundup to it all.
Yeah, amazing. Congratulations on finishing. And I guess what does being an unsung hero mean to you?
I think to me it sort of means someone who's been like a bit behind the scenes. I find like for me, I feel I do a lot of things. I do a lot of volunteering. I've done a lot with my university. I've been on the committee for the LGBT Society for 4 years, and I've had a bit of recognition within my university. You know, the SU awards they all have at the end of the year. But I feel like outside of that, I feel I'm not. You don't really hear about me. You don't really see anything, and I feel that's sort of what it means. I know sort of the other finalists as well. It's those people who work so hard to make positive impacts, make a positive difference, but you never really hear about it outside of university.
You're also a regional ambassador for It Gets Better. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Oh, absolutely. It has to be one of my favourite things that I volunteer at. So essentially what I do is we go to stalls at different Pride festivals across the UK. And we have a whole setup where we have whiteboards where essentially we ask can't remember what the questions are now on the spot, but essentially like different questions like what would you say to your younger self, what do you wish an ally need, lots of different questions we have, and we ask people to write them down, their responses, and then we take a picture with them if they want, or just of their whatever they've written, and we share it around. Essentially it's to try and show queer youth that it does get better, and we hear all of these amazing stories from people that I'm like, wow, that makes me feel better. And I'm 23. I can't imagine the impact that's having on someone in their room scrolling through social media who is so unsure about the world.
Amazing. The theme this year is queer resilience. What does that look like for you, and what does that mean to you?
I think I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think for me, it means still having joy. I think because thinking back to everything that's happened in the past year, it's so hard to still have some queer joy. I think even like me, I sit in my room sometimes scrolling through social media, and however much you try to avoid the negative news, it's always there. It's almost impossible to avoid at the moment, especially with the EHRC guidance, the cash review, everything. It's so hard to avoid. So I think queer resilience is still having queer joy and still shouting about it as well. It's one thing to have it, but it's another thing to be on social media and being like, hey, look at this positive thing, look at this positive thing, and not just focusing on all the negativity.
Amazing. And I guess I'm asking this question tonight because I feel like it's really important to remind ourselves some positivity, especially during the current climate that we're in as queer people. If you had one bit of advice for a young queer person who's sat at home questioning their sexuality, feeling like they're really lost within it, especially within our current climate, what would you say to them?
I would say don't overthink it. I remember I feel like I came out quite late. I moved to university questioning everything, and then I'm like, oh, I'm trans. And I overthought everything. I'm like, am I going to be accepted? Are people going to judge me? Are people going to think I'm a liar? Because I've lived 18 years of my life as one person, and now overnight it kind of felt like I'm a different person. You overthink it all so much, and I think that's my advice. Don't overthink it too much. Yeah, overthink a bit, but don't spiral. I did far too much spiraling. And like, you don't have to start big. You can start small. I was like, oh, I have to tell everyone right now, and I'm like, no, I don't. I can tell my few friends, and then it gets bigger from there, and you see how much acceptance there actually is in the world.
100%. Well, thank you so much and good luck for tonight.